everyone, Roberto here for another video review. It's a Terry's Chocolate Orange Snowballs. Yeah, so you could probably imagine what these are. Terry's Chocolate Orange chocolates covered in a crispy sugar shell, I imagine. But interesting one, yeah, definitely interesting. It's a good idea for sure. And I quite like the way that Terry's are continuing to branch out on products. I think did they release this last year? I seem to feel like they did, but I never reviewed it for some reason. So I thought I had them, but yeah, I haven't. I don't think I have anyway. Let's have a maybe I'm reviewing this again without knowing it. But there we go. I don't think the sugar shell has a sort of, you know, that sort of sugary dusting or whatever that Cadbury's mini eggs tend to have, which is a shame. That's always a nice little feature they have. Ball-shaped milk chocolates flavoured with real orange oil with a crispy sugar shell. There we go. Alright, so yeah, pretty much as I said. And they've got the ingredients there. Anything of interest? Orange oil. No palm oil by the looks of it, which is good. I can see anyway, unless it's hidden away in some other ingredient, but I don't think there is. They contain peanuts and nuts. In the chocolate part, 27% milk solids minimum. Cocoa solids 33% minimum. Risk of choking, not suitable for children under 4 years. Yeah. By the way, it says in the chocolate part, which is quite nice. I like that. I mean, you don't normally sort of, I don't know. It's just, I just like the way they've done that. Look at that. Best before 2024, the 9th. That's a long sell-by date, isn't it? It's December 2022 at the moment, so yeah, crikey. That is a long date, isn't it? No, wow, that's pretty good. It's good for a couple of Christmases more, this one. Yeah, well, one more Christmas. Suits vegetarians. Alright, there we go. And made with real orange oil and a crispy sugar shell. So 400 grams, 506 calories, 23.7 grams of fat, 14.4 of which are saturates. And per 6 balls, 23.3 grams, 118 calories, 5.5 grams of fat, 3.4 of which are saturates. And we saw before how much it weighed, but I can't find. Oh yeah, 70 grams. There we go. All right. 23.3 is pretty much a third, isn't it? So it should be 18 balls in the pack. Well, it does say milk on the front there, so presumably there's a chance they might do other ones like dark milk or something, or white chocolate ones. But for the moment, just these are milk ones. There's the contact details if you want to get in touch for whatever reason. Doesn't really tell you why. Usually say if you're not happy and stuff, but doesn't in this case. It's got Karen Bar as well, which are the owners of Terry's nowadays. And a French company, I think. The French address, at least. Yeah, so there we go, right. So I don't know if there's much more to say, but I will say. Having said that, I mean, look at that. It's so empty, this. It really is ridiculously empty. I mean, that makes it look even more than there really is. You know, it's just so, it's hardly any in this, you know, compared to the size. Alright, let's give it an open and see how many actually are. Should be 18, so let's see if there is. Let's do it. Let's give them an open. Right, okay, I'm going to give these Terry's Chocolate Orange Snowballs an open. They're very interesting indeed. They look very interesting, but yeah, quite nice look to them. Basically, Terry's Chocolate Orange chocolate inside a crispy sugar shell. There we go. Yeah, they look like snowballs. I like the packaging as well. I forgot to say a little hat on there. It was quite nice. Right, so there should be 18 in here, so let's give them an open. So Terry could have done about 980 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, I'll put a link to a place of all the other reviews, but some related ones like chocolate orange ones, Terry's ones, things like that. So yeah, after you watch this one, go check those out. Hope you enjoy those too. Well, you can see they're really empty. Now the Terry's, I think it was the Easter ones they did. Nice smell coming from actually. It does smell of orange oil, you know, specifically orange oil rather than just orange. It does smell quite nice. Just about. But you can see there now, let the air out, you can really see whatever's in there. You can really see just how empty it is, you know. I wouldn't say they're particularly bunched up at the bottom. I mean, they are not flat, of course, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I remember the Terry's Easter ones they did, which were sort of mini eggs or whatever. They were orange coloured, but the orange colouring was basically cochineal, so they weren't suitable for vegetarians, you know. Yeah, which basically crushed up insects. Right, let's take these out. So a couple of them are broke by the looks of it. We've got the noise. Very good for that. I think that's them all out. Yeah. We've got them all. Very good. Okay. Alright, so it's a couple of split in half here. So that's quite good. So I don't need to break them in half to show you what's in them. You just have to chop them or something. We can clearly see there. Yeah, quite a thick sugar shell. Quite nice. Clearly, I don't know if this is the when it snapped from, not sure. There's a couple of broken bits. You can see quite a nice representation of a snowball as well. I think that's pretty good, that. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, you might see a slight break in continuity because I'm coming back to do this because I forgot to do it. Let's give them a quick measure then. So, let's got one of the spheres here, the balls. What, 1.7, 1.8? Just try again. Yeah, about 1.7. So, yeah, about 1.8, I think, really. I think the 1.7 may have been a bit wrong there, but, This is 1.8 more often than not, doesn't it? Yeah, and, there's a crater in this one. Looked like it had a bit of an impact. Yeah, can't see it now. There is a hairline crack along it. If any are designed to break quite easy, I think there's definitely a weak point in the chocolate, you know. Yeah. See on this one here, that sort of line. I don't know. I feel like they've done it so they break quite easy. I could be wrong. You can see as well that the shell is quite thick. Can't really measure it very easily. It's not ridiculously thick, but it's a good millimetre, I think. Let's have a see. You can't really. Yeah, it is about a millimetre. You can't really show you here very easily at all. Or just make out that it's a millimetre there, can't you? I think. Focused in there properly at last. About a millimetre, I think you'd say. Alright, well, let's get back to the review where I've interrupted myself. So, yeah, back to it. So, how many are there? They're going to roll all over the place here, so we'll have to. There's a couple of broken. Yeah, 2 broken ones, I think. Okay. We've got 5 there. I don't know how they broke. So, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's 2 more. So 17. So I think we've been hard done by there because it says, I mean, you know, I think it's probably average. Approximately 3 portions per bag, it says. You know, so we've probably been a bit unlucky, maybe. Maybe we've been a bit unlucky. Maybe we'll give them a bit of a weigh, shall we? How about that? I'll get the scales. Alright, so we've got the scales here then. So it's on 0. So we'll put this contraption on. Okay. And then we'll put the old tear button. Put them in. I'm going to noisy this, I apologise. Okay, so 77. So this is approximately 70 grams in there. So I don't know. Yeah, we've not really been hard done by. At least for the grammage. But I think they've just been a bit lazy and just said approximately, you know, 3 portions when there isn't really. You know, there's actually 3 and 5/6. Well, fair enough. All right. Okay. Let's remove all this stuff. Alright, well, let's remove all the stuff. Let's, I think it's time to give them a taste. So let's lift myself up and give them a taste. So let's do it. Let's give them a taste. Right, okay, I'm going to give these Terry's Chocolate Orange Snowballs a taste. Yeah, so, yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Had we opened them before, saw what they look like. They look pretty nice indeed. And you can see there, half of one. Looks pretty good. Bit of a ridge on that one, for whatever reason. Not sure why. A bit of a cleaner cut one there. Alright, there we go. But what do they taste like? Let's find out. Got a full one here. Let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. Well, it's split very easily in half, actually. It feels like they've been glued together, which might explain why some of them are broken so easily. There's quite a severe crunch on the shell, actually. It's not like Smarties or mini eggs where the shell is quite thin but gives a crunch. This one's quite thick. There's a lot of crunch there. I'm not sure what to think of that. Let's try again. Does this just split in half again? Kind of does. There's definitely a weak point there, which might be on purpose actually, just to make it a bit easy to eat, if you know what I mean. Which is fair enough. They're okay. I think the shell does add a bit of a flavour. The orange chocolate tastes a bit. I don't know. It tastes a bit more. I don't know if fake is the right word, but it definitely seems to be a bit more intense, a bit stronger than regular Terry's Chocolate Orange. I don't know why that is. Let's try another couple. A bit less in this case, but I think it's pretty much the same. I think it's just the fact that I don't know. It just seems to be more concentrated, perhaps. I think it's just because maybe there's less chocolate, but the orange oil percentage is a bit maybe increased, or feels like it is. I'm not sure really, but it's still nice. But it just seems to taste a bit more fake, a bit less pleasant than the regular Terry's chocolate orange chocolate, I think. But it's still nice, as I say, it's still nice, but just yeah. And the crunch is quite severe. I definitely feel the sugar shell is perhaps a bit too thick. You can see there, it is quite thick there. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would say that's probably an issue. I think for me, they're okay, these ones, but I feel like the sugar shell is just a bit too thick. It gives you a bit too much of a crunch, which isn't bad, but it's perhaps not great. I don't know. I feel like it perhaps slightly detracts from it. It just gives it a bit too much of a crunch. And the chocolate perhaps is just, feels like it's a bit too concentrated with the orange oil. It feels like it's too strong, but only just, but it just does a bit. I don't know. Maybe it's exactly the same proportions with the orange oil and things, but it just comes across that way. I don't know. But I still quite like them. I think they're quite a nice product. But I don't think they're going to blow your socks off particularly. I think it's between a 3 and 3.5. I quite like the look of them. They are a nice Christmas product. I think for that reason, I'll probably say a 3.5 out of 5, but it's very much closer to a 3 than a 4, that's for sure. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. You know the drill by now, I'm very certain. Click the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment or free, always great to hear from us, doing best to reply as well. And click on one of these links that's pinned on the screen now. Great to support my channel by continuing to watch for content. Check out the Discord server and the member program, links below in the description. And have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much guys, take care, bye for now. See ya.